Check out this free video and make sure you hit like and subscribe. Maybe the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express with $500,000 going to the winner. And I thought this was the best match on the show. It was incredible. The Young Bucks are always great. Jack Perry, it's the best he's looked in forever. It's the best Luchasaurus I've seen probably in years.
Ever.
He was great in this match. All sorts of athletic spots.
The Young Bucks make everyone look better than they are.
Well, they do, but he's out there doing moonsaults and standing moonsaults and all of these athletic spots. I mean, he was physically great in this match.
Yeah, I mean, like, he went, like when he tore his hamstring, he was never the same. This is the best he's been. I mean, it may be the best I've ever seen him, but he's never been like this before since the torn hamstring. I mean, he just was. He was in a match where he could really do more than be just one-dimensional guy, right? So I mean, he had the freedom to do a lot, and he did. And Jack Perry was. Jack Perry's much better as a babyface anyway.
Yeah.
So good opponents, good story. But yeah, from a creative standpoint, this match was so good. Yeah.
So they're doing all these big spots. The crowd's going nuts, telling the Young Bucks they're poor. And then finally, all sorts of kickouts of big moves. The Jack and Luchasaurus hit the Indie Taker, got broken up. Bucks hit the BT.
No, TK Driver, not Indie Taker.
Whatever it was. Bucks hit the BT Trigger, and Jack kicked out of that. Finally, they tried the TK Driver. Luchasaurus broke it up. Nick got sent outside. They hit Matt with their finish and got the win and $500,000. The Bucks are still broke. This match was awesome.
Yeah.
And they mentioned first time the Jurassic Express had beaten the Bucks. And then Jack Perry goes to help him up. They get up on their own. Jack offers them some of the cash, but the Don Callis family runs down, hits the ring. They jump Jurassic Express. The Bucks see what's happening, but they just start walking to the back. And then Kenny Omega's music hits, and he meets the Bucks in the aisle, and he tells them, go back there and help. And they pause for a while, but shake their heads and keep walking. So Kenny hits the ring. Jack and Luchasaurus help make a comeback, and they clear the ring. And that was Kenny Omega's appearance here on this show.
Yeah. I mean, so the deal with the match, so it was originally going to be Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi against Mark Davis and who was the other one? Josh Alexander. That was originally going to be the match on this show that ended up not happening because of Kota Ibushi's injury. I had written in the Observer it was Hechicero, but Hechicero was booked in London or Wolverhampton, England this weekend. So it was never. Hechicero was never booked on this show, but it was going to be Davis and Alexander in that spot. So they didn't have that match, and it seems like they're teasing, and I mean they've kind of said it that at some point there's going to be all those guys get back together, but it's not going to be now. And they that was like the first sort of tease of maybe they will, but they didn't do it and everything like that. And so it looks like it's going to be Kenny Omega, Luchasaurus, and Jack Perry, still against the Callis family.
Had the Hurt Syndicate Gates of Agony tornado match for the #1 contendership, and given the restrictions of stay at ringside or in the ring, it was a tornado match. I thought that this was the best match these two teams have had together. I thought everybody looked really good, and crowd was super into it. We heard people chant, and finally there at the end, they were going to kill Ricochet, but Khan yanked him outside, got in the ring, volunteered to take on all three guys by himself, but they killed him. Lashley speared him. Shelton got the pin. The Hurt Syndicate are the #1 contenders to the Trios titles, so MVP is going to get a title shot coming up this Wednesday. And it is not a babyface versus babyface match, as we found out later.
Yep,
I thought these guys
the Ops are now heels.
Yeah.
And so that explained why the babyfaces won here and not the heels won, because when they announced it was the #1 contenders, I figured, well, that means that the Gates of Agony and Ricochet are going to win, which they didn't. And it was a good match. Shelton Benjamin was tremendous. He was like he was like the star of the match. And, you know, Ricochet's always great, of course. So those guys really did a good job. And you know, I'm getting to really like the Gates of Agony. They're doing real well in this feud. And so there you go.
If you love this show, you should consider signing up at WrestlingObserver.com. WrestlingObserver.com has every show that we have ever done. Over 15,000 podcasts in the archives, dating back to 2005. Searchable by show, searchable by year. Perhaps the first show you ever watched was 2008 WrestleMania? Well, you can head into the archives and you can find the podcast we did, all built around the 2008 WrestleMania. Every major show, whether it be WWE, AEW, we covered it all. 15,000 archived shows at WrestlingObserver.com. Also, when you subscribe, you get full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. There's a new Observer every Friday. And on top of that, we have thousands and thousands of archived issues of the Observer dating back to 1991. So again, WrestleMania 2008. Go to the archives, search WrestleMania 2008, read all of the issues surrounding that show. Of course, Wrestling Observer newsletter, 40,000 words of news and information on pro wrestling and mixed martial arts every single week. New issue comes out every Friday. New back issue comes out every Monday. You also get the discussion board. One of the best discussion boards on the internet. It's members only. If you're going to troll, well, you got to pay to troll, and there aren't too many of those. And if you cause too much trouble, you're out of there. So if you want a great place to discuss professional wrestling, it is the board. Also available as a subscriber at WrestlingObserver.com. The whole package, all of the new shows, all of the archived shows, all of the new issues of the Observer, all of the archived editions of the newsletter, all of the past episodes of Wrestling Observer Radio, Wrestling Observer Live, The Brian and Vinny Show, Figure Four Daily, Filthy Four Daily, The Board, all of it, just $14.99 per month. The full shebang, and you can save a lot of money getting an annual subscription. A full year, you basically get 2 months free. So check it out, WrestlingObserver.com, everything you'll ever need as a fan of professional wrestling. Check it out today, F4WOnline.com.